Hey YouTube, I'm down in the corner again. So this is no prizes for guessing who painted this. It's set up and playing really well, but I've got a new switch I'm going to add. This actually I got off Josie Warman. Warman Pickups is the only person that had this. It's a three-way switch, but I don't know if you can actually see on it. Actually says on it, on. So it's an always on switch. So I'm going to put it in here. I've got a new thing that I've never done before because I've never had an on switch before. They're more expensive. Okay, it wasn't that expensive. It was like a £5 or something like that. But you can buy these in packets of 10 for you get them for 20p each. So first thing I did with this guitar was luckily I took the. Normally I would. Yep, this goes there. Perfect place to put a switch. It's not going there in this guitar because if you look on the underside, this has got big pots in it. It's a Fender 25th anniversary or Squier. So there's not really any room there to put a switch in. So I'm going to put it there. It might actually work out quite well. I'm thinking putting it sort of there and it going back and forwards. Yep, and what this switch is going to do is in the middle, normal strat. When you pull it back, the way it's going to be sort of a sort of cascading switch. So it's going to make these into a humbucker. So when you're using the 5-way switch, you'll get bridge pickup. It'll still be the bridge pickup. That'll give you a humbucker with these two. Then if you're in position 4 or 2, depending how it works, you'll get these two as a humbucker plus this one as in parallel with it, and then neck position will just be the neck position. And when you push it forwards, ba-dumph, it will lock this in, basically a Gilmour switch. But you can't do two things with one switch normally. You need the on switch. So I'm basically just going to start by drilling a hole. I'll explain once I've drilled the hole and the solder iron's heating up. What I'll do is I'll put a wee dot there. I've got a pen, I don't know where to put it. So we're talking about right there, in line with the existing one. Right, hole drilly time. I actually asked Jen if I could do this just because I was talking to her anyway. But I mean, I was going to do it anyway. It definitely doesn't make the guitar. It definitely only improves these guitars putting this sort of stuff in, I think, because you can just ignore it. So I'm drilling a wee hole first because the drill bit I've got that's the right size is not very sharp. I don't think this is going to be big enough. I might have to go in it. I might have to use a sort of coring thing to get in. You can just use the right size drill bit, but which I do have. Yeah, that drill bit is completely flat. So I've got one of these though, which I got in a. I don't even know where I got it. No, it wasn't. It didn't turn out to be the most useful thing, but I'm actually quite liking it for this. It's like a reamer or something, isn't it? Is that big enough to actually take the switch? Oh, it's miles off. Okay, I'll just ream it more then. I might have to come in from the back, seeing as this thing's conical. Still not big enough. Well, okay, it might be if I come in from the back. The sensible thing here would probably have been to, disconnect the two wires that hold this together. But why would you do it the sensible way when you can do it the stupid way that actually isn't actually quicker? Still not big enough. Okay, just get the right size drill bit, don't end this rubbish nonsense. Right, at last it's big enough. Right, so I'm just going to fit this. No, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to tin it first. So if I turn my soldering iron on and find the solder found, we're on. Right, so the way this switch works, which I'm going to have to test to make sure I know what it is it's actually doing. Normally in one of these, so you can see it, right? So normally, give me something to point with. This little Allen key will do. On an on-off-on switch is what your normal three-way toggle switches, the ones I normally use, are. In the middle position, nothing's connected, but when you push it one direction, it connects this one to this one, and this one to this one. And if you push it in the other direction, it connects this one to this one, and this one to this one. Yeah. What this one does in the middle position, two of these are connected. It might be these two and these two in the middle position, so you can actually use it as an on switch. And then when you push it down, this one, which is already connected, stays connected, and this acts like a switch. But if you push it up, this one stays connected, but this one connects up. So you really kind of got an on. My secret book. That's what I'm going to do. I see that I've got lines on it here, 1 and 2. They're to heart, but I'm not sure exactly which one is which. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that black pen and my multimeter to find out which are the ones that are permanently connected. So I'm in the middle position. That's it. Am I finally going to have to change the battery in this thing? Is it actually, I mean, that's been months since I've been complaining about it. It's actually going to give me a... Okay, we're getting a 0 reading now, right? Okay, so that might give us 1. It doesn't. That one will then. Yeah. So it's those two, and it's those two, isn't it? Oh, come on. It's like turning it off and turning it on again to get the very last little squeak of anything out of it. That one, those two connecting. Oh, how annoying is that? I'm going to pause this, take this to bits, put a battery in it. I don't even know if I've got a battery. I don't think I've got one. That's annoying. I'll pause it and see if I can find my other multimeter, the one I don't like as much, because it might have a battery in it. Right, so I will buy. So this one's now working, as you can see. If I do that, we get nothing. Right, so we've already decided that these two together give you nothing, didn't we? No resistance. Come on. Of course, one of the reasons I don't like this one is because I've already broken one of these things. So if I put that on there and that on there, it should come up at 0. It's freaking not. Is it doing it between that one and that one? Right. And it's this one and this one. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is it's... Where's my pen? Where's my pen? It's that one and that one that are the... This makes sense in my head. Honest. And it will work at the end. I'm almost super positive. What I need is a wee... where's my... I can't find... Yeah, that'll do. I'm now going to tin this switch, but I'm going to scratch the sealing plastic stuff they put on these first, so that the solder sticks to it a bit better. I'm doing all the way around, and I will need to use these. I'm going to have to use the multimeter again to see which way around the switch goes. Right. So hopefully that'll be enough to get the solder to stick to it. I'm putting the switch in and then worrying about everything later on. Right, do my usual trick and don't have to carry that. Right, so this should just melt on quite nicely onto this. Nice. Nice. That's going to melt that if I touch it. Nice. Surprisingly hot when it touched my mouth there. Right. Right, tinned. I'll just put that somewhere where I lose it. Yep. Right, so I'm now going to put this in. Ow, it really is actually quite hot. I really am going to regret not bothering to take off the jack socket or anything like that, but hey. Right, these sometimes have a side on them, they do, because this has got a wee notch on it. So I suppose the wee notch can be for humbucker. And I'll just get my wee socket set out for this. To get parallel, may as well get it right. Obviously this is much more fun doing it on a guitar where the paint hasn't yet quite dried. It would just be easy if the paint was dry. So free fingerprints with this one, possibly. Right, okay. So I've got to split some things off. I've got to take the, where's my super wee book? I'm going for secret diagram. So I need the negative from the middle pickup to be separate. So is that going to be easy to get to? There, this one, right? How am I going to get that separate? I think that's actually going to be big enough to just do that in one quick go. I think. Where's my pokey kebab screw? Will be maybe quite good for this. If I can get that on there separate without having to do any more work, that'd be good. I think that's probably about enough. This is definitely the middle pickup. It's definitely the middle pickup. It's definitely the middle pickup I want. It is. Right, so there we go. So we've now got that, the earth from the middle pickup, out of the equation. And then I will put a wee bit of solder on that. And this is just going straight onto that switch, so I don't even think I need to extend anything. Principles here are just the Gilmour switch is a really easy switch to do, but my cascading megabucker, although it's only cascading it into a humbucker rather than putting it into the triple bucker, I've already looked into that. I need both sides of a switch to do that. I can't get that. Can't get triple bucker. That would need another switch. Right, so I've basically just got it going to the middle and minus there. That's quite easy. But this switch is the wrong way around, so it's going to have to go to... No, it's not really, is it? You can just go there relatively easily. Don't want to lose that piece of factory sellotape there that's holding this stuff together, right? So if I just stick that onto the middle one and make sure it's not touching anything else. So I really don't want that to earth out on any of these. In fact, I might actually just wrap a wee bit of tape around that, which is going to make things harder. I'll wrap a wee bit of tape around it later. I'll show you why it's going to make things harder. So that's that going to... So this is the earth from the middle pickup going onto this switch. Right, and if that touches any of the other earths, it will short it out, so we really don't want that to touch any of the other earths. It's going to be completely on its own. Alright, that's actually, there you go, look at that, look, it's way over there somewhere, that's fine. Right, so earth from the middle pickup. Right, and this one permanently joins onto this one here, like in the middle position, so that is going to be an earth as well. My super big long run of wire, how much does this actually need? Where's my... Something about that length, I think we'll do it. Right, go. The ends of this, I'm just going to put this onto earth, which means that in the middle position and in the Dave Gilmour switch position, I've decided that this doesn't really matter which way around it goes, because no one's ever done this before either, so whether it's forward for humbucker or backwards for humbucker, I don't care. It just adds time onto it. Right. Check this using the screw holes from scratch plates. See, the thing about some of these guitars is that the right light? Can I change? Can that go brighter? It does. I'll make it whiter. Coloured light, blue. That's the Iceman. I'll make it blue. Yeah. Look at it. There's part of the design's hidden in these. The problem is that see when you put, Jen, sometimes we've been putting we've done a couple with transparent scratch plates, so it doesn't hide the art. And then Jen's also been painting the scratch plates on some of them to match, and it's like I do quite like it. Sometimes white just looks good, you know. So this is going on. And there, this piece is far too long. How do I? Part of the fun of soldering is the fidgetiness of everything. Actually, it totally doesn't matter because that's earth anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, this wire's a bit long, but I don't care. When it turns out I put it in the wrong place, so this doesn't work, I can put it somewhere else. Right, so that's now earthed, and yes, it is touching the earth of some of the other pickups, but it's earth, so earth is as earth does. It can be earthed, it's fine. And that, yeah, and the other output's another wee linker output I need, which is another bit of that wire, which, see, how'd you look there? This doesn't need to be very long at all. It just needs to go from there to wherever the bridge pickup goes. So it only needs to be like that long. This obviously makes it it's going to make it very difficult to do the one that's on the inside. In theory, I might just leave this off just now, just so I can get in, because I need to get in at these other switches somewhere. No, I don't. I don't need to get in it. No, it's that one there I need to get through. I think we'll be alright. I'll put it on there. I'll do both sides at the same time just to make it more confusing for you so no one can copy it. That's why I talk really quickly as well, in a Glasgow accent. The object of this is not to go, oh, learn how to do this. It's like, no, I'll make this look really difficult and confusing. Thus, you can... I'll do it for you. For $1 million. But again, certainly as far as I'm aware, I doubt anyone's ever done this on a guitar before. Probably. And the answer to your comment to that should not be, why would you want to? No. Go on there, you bastard. Also, soldering without swearing is not possible. Like that, I need another one just the same. I'm literally just putting these on just so that it's easier to actually physically get at them before I put this other wire on, which is going to get in the way. Just two of these. All I'm doing is hot wiring, so there's not an awful lot to it. Gilmour switch relay is if you're going to put a switch in. If you're going to, I've said this lots of times, but see if you're doing, you fancy having a wee go at, doing a wee bit of fancy wiring in your guitars, don't think, right, my first attempt, I'm going to do the Jimmy Page wiring with 4 push-pull pots, 2 coil splits a phase, and a series parallel, because it's an absolute pig to do, and you've got 4 things to get wrong, and the phase switch particularly is an absolute pig to wire more than anything else. Do a Gilmour switch in a Strat, or do a coil split or in a Les Paul. Yeah, so I'm not really using the on capability here. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to find the bridge pickup. This is me doing the Gilmour side. But ideally you would do both sides separately so you didn't get lost, but I'm just going to get lost because I don't care. Right, so I'm going for that one there. So this one here is the bridge pickup. So if I just put that to, well, I'll just put this one because it's a wee bit longer. Yeah. So I put that onto the bridge pickup. Nope. the neck pickup I want to do. See, it's just so close to. There's a thin line between clever and stupid. If I can put that in there, onto the neck pickup. This is just where the neck pickup goes on the 5-way switch. And then take this and put it to the output of the 5-way switch. That means that when this switch is activated, the neck pickup is basically permanently on. That's how the Gilmour switch works. So basically all you're doing is hot wiring. You're basically bypassing this switch. Right, so that's the Gilmour switch now. So now when this switch is in one state, this pickup is permanently on. The other side is I need to take the. So what it's doing just now is it's putting the earth of the middle pickup to earth when the switch is in the middle or going that way. So when I'm going this way, instead of going that, I wanted to go to the input of the output of the bridge pickup. So it doesn't need to be a long one either. This video might not actually end up being that long. What are we at? 20 minutes, okay. Not the 3 minutes that it seems to have taken. I kind of do these just to show why, why on a guitar, and that didn't involve taking a guitar to bits. So I mean, even to do like a Gilmour switch, you're really looking at an hour. Not if you've just given a scratch plate. I put it on it, 5 minutes, but it still takes. You've got to take the guitar to bits. You've got to get all the bits and find the soldering iron, find the bits you're looking for. I could be more organised than this, but there's a fun in that. So this is going to the outside terminal, and there's quite too much solder on it. Right, and see there's that one there, pointy thing. I'm just good for pointy. So that's the neck pickup. I might even do the. I'll do the thingy mod as well. That keeps Scott happy. He doesn't like the fact that a Strat doesn't come with the tone control, doesn't work on the bridge pickup. So I'll give you that as a wee bonus feature. That's maybe your easiest mod. Yep, so that's all looking good. All looking good. See, if you look at these, so that you got two tones, so that's the neck tone, that's the middle tone, and there is no tone for there. So in order to put a tone there, all you have to do is join these two together, and it means that the middle tone control works for the bridge pickup and the or do I want to leave it on? No. See, I'm clever again. I'm not doing that because that gets you an extra sound. I will explain that later, but it does work. So basically that's it. That's it now got. So the extra sounds we get here are, as opposed to the regular 5, are these two in series. You just push these wires in to get it so it sits back on again. And something's getting in the way there. What is it? It's not that switch, is it? I hope it's not. I'm not sitting down there. Oh, it's that way. Cool. One of the problems with big pots, there's just there's not the same amount of room round about them. But you can't have wires going down the sides of them. That's on. Right, it's okay, so you can listen to me rabbit on while I put this back together again. And then I guess tomorrow's video will be me demonstrating the super new, whatever it is, sound. Or do I actually, I'll put a couple of these screws in, right, I'll plug it into the amp, see, make sure it's working before I put all the screws in and put the strings back on again. That would probably be a sensible move. Right, so I'm going to turn on the amp. We're doing the screwdriver test to make sure it's actually doing what I think it's doing. I don't think I've missed anything. I've actually covered up the pole pieces in this so they're not going to buzz quite the same way as they should. I'm using the PRS amp. Oh, I've got to turn it on. Alright. And we're on. Alright, so I'll just wait till this makes a noise. Nope, tuner's on. That's more like it. Right, so in the middle, we just want general neck, nothing, nothing. Okay, just me hitting the strings though. Right, middle only, not that, not that. Right, so which way round does this work? So if I push this switch like this, batter, does it turn on this one? It doesn't, so this is the in bucker mode, so it should just be this one. And I'll show you this, see if I... Right, so there it is. If I turn the middle tone control all the way down, right, when I go into position 2, the tone's on. So that's technically 2 sounds. Turn it back up again. It's just that one. And that one. That's not right. That should be... I think position 2 is still there. Be interesting. Doesn't matter anyway. That's, this position 2 was always going to be a bit of a different one anyway. So this might be actually just be full on position 2. That there is now humbucker. With those two, that's off. And if you go there, you get these two as a humbucker with the neck pickup in parallel. If I push it forwards, which is actually the way I wanted it to work, it means that this pickup's permanently on no matter what I do. Yep. So it's not doing what I thought, because that neck pickup should be on in this position. Why is it not? Oh, is this the cascading? Right, okay, if I put it back. No. Okay, I've missed something. Let's... Quite pleased actually went to check that there. So let's have a look to see what it is. See what wire it is I've missed. Or why... This is wiring by the seat of my pants. So we really don't know. As I said, never been done before. Is there some guiding principle that I've missed, or what is more likely, I've forgot to put a wire on? It's much more likely that that's what happened. Or I put a wire on in the wrong place. Right. So. Right. So. We've got the middle earth. Middle earth, there you go. Going to earth in most of the positions. And when it's not going to earth, it's coming from the bridge pickup. That's definitely the bridge pickup. Yep, it's not shorting out there anywhere. Is that there? That's short. I'm just wondering if there's just a bad connection somewhere. Nope, that earth shouldn't make any difference. Right, so why is it not working? So there, we've got that one there is not permanently connected to that, so in that position that there is the output, and this one here is the neck pickup. So why is the neck pickup not permanently on? Failing this, I'll just turn it into a Gilmour switch, of course, or a cascading mega bucker. But why is the neck pickup not permanently on when you've got it selected? That should be on. Why is it not on? It still work when I've got it on there. It does. Right. Why does it not work when it's on there? Why is it? How is this not? Thinky. So that's the tone for the middle. That's the tone for the neck. That's the neck. The neck. The neck. Yep. So as usual with these, I don't know if you've watched far enough into the video to realise my intentional mistake here. So this is the bridge pickup. This one here is the bridge pickup, not this one. This one's the neck. So when you wire it up wrong, it doesn't work. So what I need to do is swap over this black wire with this black wire. So this is going to the bridge So the bridge output is going to the, is getting routed into the input for the neck pickup. And input for the middle pickup. It's easy because these go in the same order. So it's, in this case, it get the way this switch is wired, you get bridge, middle, neck, output, output, bridge, middle, neck. They're both the same order, so bridge, bridge, neck, neck. It doesn't go the other way. You do get switches that do different things. The Cortec one's a good example of that. The one you get in Ibanez RGs, which enables you to do slightly different things. These are not wired up the way this is. You can still use them as a normal switch. I'm not happy with the amount of solder on that one. This is the one that I had to, I've got to take that off from a funny angle because I put it in below that thinking it was a good idea. Right, so if I just take it off, oh, no. Right, like that. And that just goes on to where the... So now, like, if you do what I said and not what I did, because I did say, right, this is going to the bridge output, but put it on the neck. So this way round, we should get it all working. But it just goes to show, basically, see, before I put all the screws in, put the strings on, see if it works. Just give it a wee tap, make sure you don't have to do it twice. Difficult, it's a bit being neat doing this sort of crap. Right, here we go. Right enough to get in there. Come on, melt. Bastard. Right. On. That's still connected. It is. That not touching that one. It isn't. Right. So now, this might correspond with what I said that the position 2 was going to do, because it was doing stuff I didn't think it was going to do. But I mean, doing this sort of thing, you do get wee surprises. Where it's like, I'm not really sure what's happening there, I'm not going to worry about it, let's see what does happen. Same again with these wires going in the way of it. Yep, I feel there's one still somewhere, just not quite. We're there. Right, so now I'm going to stick in the amp. Now we'll see what happens. Right, so off. Is it all working? Position 2. Just the middle pickup. Just these two. Just the neck. Yes, right. So if I in here and I put it forwards, to turn on the neck. No. That's so humbucker mode is forward. Then backwards mode should be that one. Yeah. So now we've got the neck pickup and the bridge pickup on. Dave Gilmour sound. If we went to position 2, you get the neck pickup and the middle pickup, all three in parallel. And if you go to the middle pickup, it's middle and neck. And what would normally be middle and neck is middle and neck. And if you go to the neck, it's just neck. Gee, it's simple, honestly. Right, so my cascading bucker switch should be this. Should just be bridge pickup, nothing else. Position 2 should still just be bridge pickup. But the tone control will now work. Yeah, so you've basically got position 1 is the bridge pickup, position 2 is the bridge pickup, but you can use the middle pickup tone control. Going to the middle position, it's these two. You can actually hear that being humbuckery. There's your humbucker, this one's off. If you go into this position, you get these two as a humbucker, and then this one in parallel, and in neck position, it's just the neck pickup. Sorted. So I'm actually quite glad I did, before I put all those screws in, that I decided to check that. Or I'll maybe make that one of my mantras from now on. It's just, yeah, before you put everything back together again, just tap it with a screwdriver, make sure you didn't make the, only joined, I only had to join 2 wires onto that switch. So even if I'd done it blindfolded, I could have got it the right way around. The middle one's always easy to find because it's always the second one in on either side. But it's the bridge and the neck. It depends on which order you do it. Pretty easy. This guitar's actually really quite nice. Isn't it a nice... So when Jen's like, I've got the Iceman. You've got an Ibanez Iceman? It's like, no, but she named it. But that's fine. It's alright. It's not the Iceman one word. It's Ice Space Man. But I think I've already said this is a 25th anniversary square, so that's why it's got better pots and possibly better pickups and the like in it. These things are getting quite popular. I don't think it's not. I mean, it's not going to detract from the value of the guitar. I don't think. No, of course it's not. It's going to make it, because you can just put that in the middle and it's off. That's what one of the reasons I like using the just the on switches, rather than just having an on and off, like a two-way switch. If you've got a three-way switch and the middle is off and you can get two other sounds out, it means you always know when it's off, because it's in the middle, it's off. Well, in this case it's on, but you know what I mean. Whereas if you've just got a two-way switch, you've always got to remember, oh, is it back that's on, or forward that's on? Can't remember. Whereas this one's in the middle's off, so the other two sounds are quite obvious. But did I manage to get this the right way around? I can't remember already. It doesn't really matter. Whoever buys the guitar, it's the only guitar that's ever been wired like this anyway, so there is no reference manual apart from this video, but I show you how to do it. Right, so I'm just going to string this up and then do another video. So there you go, half an hour. That was long enough for a video. So rock on. So tonight's video was the Jimi Hendrix one. That guitar. I hope there's no comments on it going, bullshit, that's not played by Jimi Hendrix. It bloody was, right? Jen's pal was a wee baby when Jimi Hendrix used to come round and buy drugs off her dad. And Jen's pal's mum was there when Jimi Hendrix used to come in and sit and strum the guitar and hang about for a while. So it's like, when I say was there when Jimi Hendrix was there, but also was there when telling Jen that he kind of he glided about the place. Did a wee, apparently it was a bit. He glided into the room. I'd imagine dressed like a mad psychedelic monster that he is. Rockin', I shall see you tomorrow. Video will be probably the video of the demonstration of J-Pac's The Ice Man. It is nice. The ice is nice. And I painted the pickups grey, and I put my special, which I gave it into trouble for giving away trade secrets, but you basically just put a bit of insulating tape, take the cover off, bit of insulating tape on, put it back on again. Yellow pole pieces. Rockin'. Catch you later.